here for the Friday.
Yep. Oh, it's Friday. It just occurred to me that it's Friday. Wow, awesome. And we'll get to say goodbye to you, but not after we're done with this, right? Okay, so let's get into it. You know, Friday is always entertainment for us, and we have lots of conversations that we have with regards to entertainment. In the studio this morning, we've got two very special people, industry people, you know, who have contributed a lot to the Ghanaian industry. You know, when we talk about the movie, the music, you know, these are stakeholders, you know, and they're here with us. Mr. Logic is seated with us this morning here in the studio, all black. Mr. Logic looks black.
Yeah, black.
Wow. There's any special reason?
Most of my clothes I'm black.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's a special reason for that.
Not really. I just like the color black. Yeah, and I feel good and I appear well in black.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's good. You're a man in black.
Yeah, I'm a man in black.
You're a man
in black. It's either black or white. It's always black or white.
Yeah.
I don't like colors like pink and brown and yellow. Honestly.
But
I can barely wear it.
Your boot is brown.
Because it's a boot. It's a footwear, you know, so it's...
That can be any color.
Yeah, it can be any color.
Yeah, but the costume has to be black or white.
Black or white, somehow.
I love black and white too. Doctor Kwesi Ernest. The only doctor.
That's right.
In our media space.
I miss you guys so much.
Oh yes, you've been away.
Yeah. I've not been away. I've been home managing health. Last year I had a bit of health issues more. Had some pressure issues and all that. So I become an advocate of people asking people to check their BP because I see that it's killing a lot of the young men too much. You know, people don't check their pressure.
Especially this our job.
In this our job. People wake up 4 a.m. You are running. So because it happened to me like that, and I just checked I ran to the pharmacies and I was driving, and then I was sweating profusely in my car, and then I didn't know what was happening. So I ran to the pharmacy, asked them to check my BP, and they put a machine on me. And my pressure was 178.
Wow.
I would have just died in the car. I was just. Yeah. I was having headache, and I was like, you know, this happened to a lot of people. People who know headache, you know, they take paracetamol, they don't even know. So right, and from my office to Holy Trinity, like a 30 to 45 minutes drive. I got to the hospital there. I saw that the doctor said, "Moon checking Mr. Ernest, what is wrong?" And all that kind of thing. I was sitting there, and they put a thing on me again there, and it was 189.
Hey, it's going on.
Yeah. I was lucky I didn't get stroke. Because the doctor told me that, your situation is stroke. People get 170 and they get stroke. People get 175 and they get stroke and all that. So they said that we thank God for your life. And Lajo, I spent 2 weeks at the hospital. 2 weeks I was at Holy Trinity. They were trying to battle it up and down. So I've always been asking, guys, wherever, these are industry people, whatever you do, camera technicians, you people, once in a while, try and check your pressure. Right. It will reduce intake of meat, and then eat well too.
No wonder you've lost some weight. Lost some weight.
I'm taking loads of medications.
Okay. Anyway, so you want to start the conversation?
But no, we're good. So, I mean, we're basically looking at, our industry. Now, we all know that the biggest and the most prestigious award scheme we have in Ghana here is the Ghana Music Awards. I mean, it comes with it controversies, disagreements, and all of that. There was a 1 week open door that was given to artists. Yes. Some of them sent in, they've been, corrected and all of that. Some people were also turned down based on the analysis, the scheme made and all of that. But first of all, let's look at that. It's 25 years now. Ghana Music Awards has been running. What do you make of it, Mr. Logic?
Oh, I think they've done well because it's not easy to run an awards scheme in terms of finance, structural changes, and also in terms of artists, coming on board.
Yeah.
These are some of the challenges they face. Some artists will say, I don't want to be part of this, your scheme this year. You've cheated on me. I mean, you keep getting issues upon issues. And they've been able to maneuver through, for 25 years. Yes, we can only say they've done well. Yes, they've done well. Just that, some of us, we are not really in love with the model But it's fine. I mean, it's their choice of model.
The model as in the definition of
The definition and some of the things they look out for in an artist, and also, I mean, the metrics of winning. I'm not 100% with it that way, but they've done well. Yes.
In the last 25 years, Doc, one of the biggest news for artists, gospel artists for that matter, was when a gospel musician, after a long period, actually emerged as the winner, the ultimate winner for the awards. You think it's something that we need to celebrate again and again, or it's something that we should just leave it behind and look forward to what happens next with gospel artists?
It's not something we should celebrate. It's not something we should rejoice about, because the scheme is 25 years. And in 25 years, gospel has won two of the topmost awards. And if a scheme, and if KMJ, look at the contribution of gospel music for the last 25 years, even with the scheme. Look at the contribution of gospel music. The strong artists from Kwaku Jesse, all these top artists that we've had, pioneering, championing the course of time with gospel music. And all that. And with all these efforts, with all this promotional, the performance, and trust me, count it on the walls. If you look at the performances schedule from January to December, gospel music controls largely the numbers from January to December. Take it, Ohima Mercy pulls almost about 12,000 people every year for Tahila. MOG here, Oil Dome pulls 11,000 people every year at the Oil Dome here. Dana Hamilton does the same. Accra Kumasi filled out. Joe Metal filled up. Celestine Donko filled up. Name them. Empress Gifter say the only gospel artist to do a top event in under 1 week. To fill National Theatre in 1 week promotion. Just 5 days. She filled National Theatre. And then all these things are happening. Kofi Sapon, name them. These are big artists. I mean, Koda, NACEE. Look at the concert. They are filling all the theaters around town. And yet, we seem to try to push them, sideline them and box them into a particular corner as if that they don't deserve the Lord's Prayer. And it kind of baffles my mind and how we look at gospel. Because for 25 years, and even within the two that we won, it has to take an effort of certain pressure bodies, fighting, going on, running conversations across board and making sure that these things are happening. And other than that, I'm sure that...
Because it's a competition.
And
you're competing with other judges.
If it's a competition, then it shouldn't have been 2 against 23.
So let me come in. Yes, again, for the past 25 years, but gospel music has been doing it. But again, when we look at, I'll take last year as an example. That category where we had a gospel musician competing with a secular musician.
Good.
This secular musician had made the airwaves not just in Ghana, had mounted certain platforms not just in Ghana. This is a case whereby his songs were being played at NBAs and stuff like that. So you know that he's covered worldwide. So you see, when we look at these, we consider all these factors, then obviously we are looking at a situation whereby, yes, the gospel musicians are competing with the secular musicians, but unfortunately, because the secular music is doing far better, then they will win those awards, right?
So that we are not discussing Jamaican Music Awards. We are not discussing New York Music Awards. We are not discussing UK Music Awards. We are discussing Ghana Music Awards.
Right.
And the definition for the Artist of the Year, properly spelled out, it said the Artist of the Year is the artist adjudged by the Academy Board and the general public as the artist with the highest audience appeal. Not audience appeal in Togo. Audience appeal here. This is our space we find ourselves. Popularity under the year under review. In Ghana here, the artist must have released a hit single, EP, and album, and must be one of the artists with the highest nomination under the year under review. It never mentioned anything like you must be popular in Jamaica. Your song must be playing in America. It didn't mention that even your song must be playing in Burkina Faso, neighboring border here. It didn't even mention it. It said under the year under review. In this space we find ourselves, Ghana. So what are we saying? That because somebody's song was, DJ Khaled was dancing to Black Sherif's song, so Black Sherif's song is popular than PSS.
No, it's looking at the mileage.
No, I'm saying that it didn't mention it here. Then the definition should have captured it. That like he's saying, under the year under review, and that your song must cross borders internationally and make that impact also across the.
I wanted to jump on the defense of that.
Across that.
I
are discussing something.
I have a take on the.
Take it, my brother.
Honestly, for me, I've always have the stance that gospel music is, to me, is a religious genre. And that's exactly what it is. Because they all sing redemption, salvation, and God. Until recently, when Broda Sammy was granted an interview on Hits FM, he said that they are doing business. That was when I gave up on my campaign on the fact that they should have their own award scheme.
And that is an individual assertion.
Very good.
He is doing business. But
then he is a major brand of the fraternity. But when you aside that, it's true that yes, you guys are doing, some are doing business, others are doing religion. But then, based on what Kwesi is saying, how do you factor in a gospel artist who is deriving his fame and crowd and popularity from religious people compared to a commercial artist who works and promotes to attract both religious and secular people? It's really not something that a comparison you can make, because the church is the most populated. People who go to the clubs, they go to the church. So of course, yes, when you mount a stage for gospel artists, everybody will come because it's religiously driven. But commercial artists, a Muslim can say that, look, me, I'm a Muslim, we are not attracted to a Christian can say, I'm not attracted to Yasenyom, and they may not go. But
so the artists would have to do more.
Would have to do more. They work extra hard, yes. So when you look at it from that angle, these commercial secular artists, they work more harder to attract, to get traction compared to a gospel artist.
It's not true.
No, it's true.
I don't agree with you. Because
I'm not running down the gospel agenda. I'm just saying that this is the reality.
It's not the reality.
We've seen example.
This reality is personalized.
No, it's not personalized. It's not
personalized.
It's not.
Let's start an example.
Yes.
This lady worked so hard last year and even last 2 years. She was on almost every platform. Her music was being promoted. She was at events, performing and all of that. Even when you look at Black Sherif, there are some platforms right here in Ghana that PSA mounted that Black Sherif didn't mount. She was on her
commercial platforms.
Commercial platforms.
Like for instance.
No, but between 2022, between 22, 23, 24. Papa, can you give me 4 big stages in Ghana that Black Sherif has mounted? 4.
Oh, I mean, I may not be able to give you such numbers, but I'm saying that I am basing this. I'm not basing this.
So what I'm getting, that's what I'm saying. That the conversation is.
I think you are not listening to because you are agitating that you guys have not been fairly treated. That's why I'm saying that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
To you, the religious,
the religious aspect of it
contributes more
to the whole.
Exactly.
Okay, but that's what
the secular people would have to do extra
more.
That is why maybe they get an advantage.
Thank you very much. That's
the religious people.
And that's the truth.
KMJ, you are in yellow dress, so it's easy to identify you. No, the thing is that it's personalized for me from what Papa is saying is that the difficulties and the efforts secular artists, the structure they go through in promoting, in recording and everything, all the challenges that my honorable member mentioned.
You go through the same.
Yeah. The challenges that my honorable member mentioned, the same challenges that gospel artists also goes through. We go through the same frustration. Frustration of even getting people to play your song. TV, radio, everywhere. Gospel artists go through even more worse. We even more challenging because even the church itself, sometimes have something against their own people, gospel artists. There are churches that do not even want to see certain gospel artists perform in their churches. It's evident. We know it.
NACEE has said it.
There's even churches who don't even want to see it. So the fact that you are saying, it's never true that the church is populated And so there's an advantage. Yes, it's populated. But I'm telling you, the challenges gospel artists are facing, look at it even with finances. If it really is about money, no gospel musician should ever complain about money, even or investment to promote their works in Ghana here.
The church could have done that for them.
The church could have done that because, trust me, it's they have the numbers. Look, they have the numbers. But look at it. They take proposal to churches, to companies, looking for 100,000 Ghana cedis to even finance their concerts. They don't get it. They don't get it. There are companies in Ghana here. There are some companies in Ghana here that if you go, they've written in bold, black and white, we don't sponsor gospel activities.
Really?
Yes. They are here. And their product is 100% consumed by Christians. So if we are actually discussing advantage, then gospel people shouldn't even have had a problem at all.
Mr. Logic,
but our problem is even worse than secular.
Mr. Logic, are you happy with the nominations this year?
I think they've been fairly treated. Honestly, to me, they were not included at all.
Really?
In the past, it was very difficult for a gospel artist to win Artist of the Year. And it happened twice with Joe Metto and then...
In 25 years.
Yes, I mean, in 25 years, it's fair. Because, you see, like I said, I still want to hover around the argument of religion and faith. Honestly, bro, faith and religion is at your advantage. I seem not to understand why the church will refuse to sponsor a gospel artist. Because when you go to the church, you have all these major CEOs. They all go to church. So, unless maybe you are not doing something right, because for a person like Kwesi like this, any church he goes or anywhere he goes, because of your repute with gospel production, yes, and the people you put out there, any reasonable investor who is interested in God, because you have to be interested in God before because it's godliness they preach. That's why I'm saying that the advantage is high, unless the artist is not well packaged. Every CEO, it's like coming to KMJ, and KMJ is a Muslim and a Muslim artist. If my music makes sense, make commercial sense, in terms of, production.
I would want to put religion...
Put religion as an advantage, Advantage. It has always been like that.
So, Logic, Doc, that issue of artists having issues with religious leaders and not playing their advantage to them and all of that, is it not because the gospel musicians themselves have contributed to this? If you listen to how Brother Sammy described NACEE, based on his nomination on the Artist of the Year and why he believes that NACEE is the reason why he's not getting that support. If I'm a gospel person, if I'm a religious leader, and I'm listening to this, you think that if tomorrow Brother Sammy comes to me, I would want to listen to him?
I've listened and watched that rant. And it is one of the most unfortunate statement or personal attack any individual. I don't even call it, he didn't make statements.
Do you think it's
He attacked the personality of a fellow gospel artist. And let's make it blunt. If it was NACEE who did the same to Brother Sammy, I will look at NACEE's face and say, what you did is wrong. Whatever the statement and anything Brother Sammy said, is coming from an ignorant point of view and perspective. And it shouldn't have been said. And I'm even surprised that to today, he has not rendered that apology to NACEE. He has to officially call NACEE and render a sincere apology to him that, bro, what I did to your brand is bad. Because we all, KMJ, you are sitting here. You know that NACEE is not part of VGMA board. So for anybody to sit in his house and assert that NACEE got nomination because he's part of VGMA board, is possibly trying to look for the trend or trying to, and sometimes I'm a bit careful with my word because I manage artists. If you don't say it well, it will look as if you are trying to,
run
some artists down, because of my position. So I'm a father to all of them. But I'm saying that it's totally irresponsible statement Brother Sammy made towards NACEE's brand. And it must never be tolerated. I've even asked some of the TV stations not to even repeat some of the comment, that particular statement that he said, because it's ridiculous. It's a full ridicule. It's nonsensical.
Kwesi Ernest, some people
it shouldn't be done.
Kwesi, some people think it's a stunt, so maybe it's a stunt.
That's why I'm saying that there are a lot of artists who are having management
issues,
who are having management crisis. Because trust me, there's no way Kofi Sapon will wake up and come and say this statement about NACEE.
For cheap stuff.
For whatever the trend or Because you are being guided by management principles. If a strong manager is managing you, they will not allow you to come and rant out like that.
So why is
you have to be guided by principles of work.
Why is your fraternity not addressing the issue? Why is it not being called? There's nothing like that.
I'm here talking
in the Christendom.
I'm here talking about it. I'm here
things.
talking about it this morning. This is a big platform. Joy Prime is a big platform. It's our fraternity. I'm a stakeholder in Joy Prime. You understand? Because I woke up 4 a.m. and come and sit here. I'm a stakeholder here.
Agreed.
So for years of its establishment, I'm a stakeholder in this station. You understand?
Yeah.
Good. And so I'm here talking about it. I have seen Ninoy talking about it. I've seen Frankie Five and other senior members at the table, all talking about it. It's not just even only for the table to discuss this matter. It is not, let the industry and all of our stakeholders reprimand Broda Sammy for that loose comment that he made. It's a loose statement, and we don't need to encourage. There's no way we want to color it and make it look like, oh, why are they announcing what I said? No, it's an ignorant statement. Well, because all the point that he mentioned is a personal attack. It's not like we are here. We are talking to issues. We are not attacking personalities. You understand? We are talking to issues. We are talking, and now I've even given you definitions of a whole category, so that we can use the matter for discussion. But we are not attacking personalities. The moment you move the conversation from that block to a personal attack, it means that you are not making any sense.
Well, Mr. Logic, do you agree with
yes,
what he's
I
saying?
think Broda Sammy's statement was quite uninformed. You know, he just threw that argument out there just for us to discuss. Because from some of the statements he made on Hits FM, it's like he has a personal issue with NACEE. After he did a rendition of NACEE's Aseda.
Aseda, yeah.
And then I think NACEE pulled it down.
Because he said he featured NACEE.
Yeah. honestly, with me, when Broda Sammy was brought on Hits, I said that, you know, he cannot be compared to NACEE. But then I somehow also don't really agree with NACEE for pulling down the rendition he did. Because it was a promotional rendition. I'm sure that is why he's made such a loose
I had conversations with, NACEE's team, and their concern had to be the fact that he said it's his song and he featured NACEE.
Okay, I mean that was wrong.
So they actually contacted him to change it, and he said that he didn't know anything about it. So they said, okay, if you don't know anything about it, then we'll report it so that it's
okay. He didn't know anything about the description of it.
Yeah, of it on
the entitlement of.
Yes, that has been posted.
Okay,
he monetized it too.
Oh, okay. Then NACEE is right for pulling it down.
Right.
I think Broda Sammy, honestly, after a while, what's his name, the artist that he said he groomed. The other one, Nesopoku. Broda Sammy, to me, I look at him as a bully. He's a bully. And a bully in the sense of, like a verbal bully. But when you meet him in person, he's this quiet guy. This quiet guy. So I see him as a person who plays too much antics on the industry. This same Broda Sammy came out to say that all his colleagues are broke because they live in rented houses.
He has a mansion.
He has a mansion. He's a rich guy and all that. I really think that the gospel fraternity shouldn't take him serious, honestly, in terms of the things he say. Because when I met him on TV, Arnold had made some statement on him, an offensive statement that he was so offended. He said his children, his wife, they were all affected. Yeah. Then I was even part of those who were agitating that Arnold should render an apology to him because of how he presented himself that day as a quiet guy. So hearing him speak,
very sober
guy, as if he doesn't know how to talk. So yes, that's it. That antics he played. You should not change. When I heard him on Hit FM, look, but Sammy won't even allow Andy to speak. And do time it did that. Then I said, which Sammy is that? Until I heard brother. I said, oh, this guy. Honestly, I think NACEE should either ignore him. I even said that they should drag him to court.
Okay.
I said, because in cases like this, you have to take legal action. Because the guy said, until you die, unless you die. When someone says, unless you die.
Look, how can
I think the management of NACEE has taken this too lightly.
Yeah.
And that's even what makes it more worse. The guy said that unless you die. Please, people can say things and manipulate them.
Yeah.
I went to a radio station and one pastor said something about me. I don't want to put it out there. He said it and he dated it. That look, I mean, we involved in an argument about Christ and Jesus, and I said, look, tell me where Jesus was born. What tribe does he come from? And he
got angry.
Was angry. He was oblivion to the whole reality that he doesn't even know anything about Jesus, where he was born, where he came from. Then I said, then you can't talk to me.
At least you remember Bethlehem.
Something. So when I realized
that one, Bethlehem, from kindergarten, we all know Jesus was born in the manger.
And this same guy
in the manger and in the Bethlehem.
This same guy want to pass a prophecy on me. So I said, look, he said he's a seer. I said, please don't talk to me about seeing. Can you tell me what will happen in the next 25 minutes here? If you're a seer, I should be able to see.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, he cannot, but he can tell me what will happen to me. I said, how? And he said, blah, 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 something, this will happen to you. I said, wow. If it doesn't happen, I will come here and have boys beat you up. And he said, okay, yes, let's have a bet. We betted, and the date passed. Nothing
happened.
So if I go and attack this person, the same person will report me for an assault.
Yeah.
So you have more of these people.
But you should have also fulfill your words.
I mean, I have
He was looking at the legal aspect.
the legal aspect. I mean, who dragged me?
You could have reported it and then beat him up.
His was spiritual.
Spiritual thing, you can prove that. You can say, oh, I saw something. So mine will be more physical.
Yeah.
So I think NACEE, honestly, NACEE, looking at the brand reputation he has and the integrity of his brand, he should have dragged Broda Sammy to court. I mean, saying that, leaving it aloof, it's more like anybody can say anything about you. I mean, to say that unless you die, come on, this is not something to even talk about. Drag him to court.
Table of Men, don't you think it's about time you have a regulatory body for gospel music?
Maybe we will get there. We will get to that level because you see, music production is much more or less like it's a private business. You understand? It's a private business. And until the full structure of maybe the Creative Arts Secretariat is well structured, and then we can have offices for gospel, offices for reggae, offices for high life music and all that, then maybe the union can have, because like this issue like this, if in other countries, like the Musician Union of Ghana must take this one up and then try to deal with it at the top level with sanctions. I'm expecting the president of Musica, Mr. Simons, to actually act on this matter and then invite the young man because some of the comment that he made, like all these things, these are highly life-threatening comment made by an artist. So you expect the mother union, Musica, to come up and then let's see, look at the constitution of Musica. What does it say about, artists, and then what is the reprimanding policies that are out there? Then they look at some of the things there to act upon it. Because it's the union that hold all of us.
But Doc, don't you think the Table of Men thing has failed in this regard too? Because you know why? If a particular group are able to champion a certain cause to the extent of making somebody an Artist of the Year, that group should be able to move beyond just the championing of whatever it is. Between the space that you were able to do that, to establish something very concrete that every musician, gospel musician,
like a pressure
will be part of it. That when you speak, they would want gospel, that you can
let me
him without Ghana Music Awards versus Simon.
Let me straighten this part.
You're right.
The Table of Men do not have power to make anybody an Artist of the Year.
So what are you doing?
We are a pressure group organization. And as a pressure group, we have an ability to run a higher promotional value for an artist, champion the course of time. That looking at what this person has done is between this versus that. It's a secular to gospel.
But what should we the narrative?
And we are a pressure group making sure that we are making trumpeting that for the works this person has done, we deserve that this year this person must win. We don't have any power. I'm not even on the board.
But you guys don't have that. You don't have that vision.
We haven't failed in any way.
Okay.
Our capacity.
That's how it looks.
No, honestly, our capacity as a pressure group.
If you know where I'm coming from,
bro,
if you permit me a minute. If you permit me a minute,
if we don't take it, we'll talk about the Reggae Awards.
We'll talk about the Reggae Awards as well as some issue about I'm interested in that situation.
But we are interested in the Reggae Awards. It's a logical
Reggae, we'll come to them. You see, the whole thing is that we haven't failed in any of our capacities. We are a pressure group. And our works, whatever we are doing in line of it, we are following the status quo, the line of a pressure group, and our mandate, the one we are supposed to do. We can't go and use hammer to hit any.
No, but you are a pressure group. You can't pressure an artist to retract whatever.
I'm saying that.
You can pressure
That's what I'm saying.
a host, an individual to vote and make an artist of the year. You have failed, bro.
Nobody has failed. I'm here talking about it on this big platform. I've already mentioned Mr.
And I've also given you reasons why you have failed in your capacity.
And my honorable member for Ayarefa mentioned, he said that it is also management of NACEE to also take this one also up. Because the thing is between management and artists. It's a manager, so the NACEE's management should by this time also be asking their lawyer to write a letter.
But have you also put the necessary pressure on him?
The only thing I can do, most of the things we can do is what I'm here, and I'm saying it, that I'm even surprised that by now, Brother Sammy has not issued any formal apology to NACEE.
That's why I'm blaming you people for that.
Let's move on to the Reggae Awards.
No, you don't need
Let's move on to the Reggae Awards.
Let's go to Jamaica.
So thank you very much.
No, but we need to tackle on Amradu's issue if we have 1 minute on that.
So let's finish the
let's finish the reggae.
So basically it's about to reinvent the whole reggae fever. Because after a while you agree with me that reggae has lost its relevance in terms of mainstream production. And it's really affecting the genre. I'm not going to complain about the VGMAs because it's a private, entity and they have the right to decide
which category there belongs to Ghana and all that.
But we have never been pleased with the combination of reggae and
the reggae dancehall,
yes. So after a while, of course, because of I was also a party to the Bass Awards from the beginning. I decided that if the Bass Awards is not coming back, then something must be done.
Replace it.
Honestly, I wasn't able to do anything until Steep, who was a founding member of the Bass Awards, came out and publicly said that he thinks it's time the VGMA announce the reggae category because it's not competitive. I said, look, it's not that it's not competitive. People are there. Just that the award, the scheme is not providing more categories for more artists to be enrolled. So when he said it should be cancelled, that was where I saw that it was time to
bring something to replace it
again. So is that what is on the screen right now?
No, that's not. This is one of the artists.
Okay.
He is Burning Stone.
Okay.
He sounds more. Before we came on set, we was citing some examples with Lucky Dube. How after the exit of Lucky Dube, reggae has lost its
that's true.
Its relevance in the whole of Africa. Which is true.
And the sad thing was when Joseph Hill also died.
Because Lucky Dube validated reggae music in Africa.
So this guy who also who is more like a person I work with, he worked with Lucky Dube. He was one of those who was playing for Lucky Dube. That most people don't know. Burning Stone. And if you listen to his song, he sounds more like Lucky Dube. So I thought that, okay, if Lucky Dube is absent, then we need to bring all the reggae people back to mainstream. So Reggae Gold Awards is to, reignite the excitement.
So it's for Ghana?
It's for Ghana.
Okay.
Until we extend to Africa. Now it's Ghana.
So no dancehall?
No, it's reggae and dancehall, but you cannot say reggae dancehall Gold Awards.
Okay.
Reggae is the mother name.
All right.
Dancehall is a subgenre of reggae. And we have, let
me ask you this.
Yes.
Will Shatta Wale be nominated?
Oh, why not? We honestly not really doing this for any particular artist. It's an industrial thing. So most artists...
all the beef that you have with him?
I'm not looking at beef. If I'm not the only person that is running this scheme. They are people. It's an institution. They are foreign partners. Just that I'm the one doing the pre-media PR now.
Okay.
So when it's time for the launch, all the other stakeholders will be known. But then it's onto every artist to decide whether they want to be part or not.
Okay.
And we are not going to force anybody to be part.
Right.
Honestly, we are not building this for any particular artist because there are more up-and-coming artists than you know. Seriously, and the problem with our industry is we always rely on some artists and their brand and how big they are to run our institution programs. So the moment they exit or they take
it becomes a problem.
Okay, we have 1 minute. So you wanted to talk about Mardo?
Yeah, we have only 1 minute.
Yes.
Right? It's a long.
For this one, we don't have to break. This one is for me. I'm not really upset.
Oh yeah, like I'm saying that
because the gospel people took all my time. Honestly, your gospel agenda.
Took all my time. It means that very soon you become a minister. You have to go to church.
They took all my time.
So, but I'm excited for this awards. I'm very much excited about it because it's going to revive the spirit of reggae music. And I think that quite a number of them from Rocky Dawuni, they have strong legends that can pioneer this whole
Samali.
thing. My only concern that I had was that looking at the numbers of reggae artists now, I'm talking about practicing reggae artists now. If you look at their numbers and the various
Maybe they are
categories
going
to build.
There are more of them.
There are more of them in ghettos and all, trying to put themselves together through recordings.
There are more of them.
So, and that one will also revive them.
Yeah.
To bring some kind of agency within some of them, and then they can be able to stand the test of time. So it's a good thing.
Thank you.
And we will be there to support our brother. He's
We are
always
there for
supporting
you.
all of us as well.
We are there
Oh yeah, I trust you.
But then coming to that.
So when is this happening?
June. We launched in June.
Ah,
Sorry, July.
July.
Okay.
We'll be there to support.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Coming to the Amado situation.
Time not soon. Can we come back next week?
No,
Can we come back
No,
next
we
week?
need to come back next week because
Yeah.
it's,
So let's come back.
next week.
Let's come back.
Because
next
the big,
week.
the business
it's
issue.
something we need to
Yeah.
discuss.
Yeah.
So next week we'll come
It's a
back
big
and
issue.
have this conversation. Unfortunately, this whole time will permit us.
But I don't like the way you people sit too close. At
Okay.
least I should be sitting
Thank you
there.
so much for watching.
USA. Don't miss announcement to be happening this weekend in New Jersey.
I think you should be by my side.
Congratulations to you. Go here.
Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.